Hello, and welcome to J&J Artisan Pipes Shoptalk. Today, we will be discussing... What are we discussing?
Well, we're going to discuss that. No, we're going to talk about shaping today.
Again?
Yes. Yes. It's very important. It's very important. So, as this person said, welcome to the Shop Talk. Last week we... now I'm all thrown off.
Alright, so we're smoking the same thing we were smoking last week, and drinking the same thing we were drinking last week.
Because they're so good.
It's good. Shaping, taking it from the cutout of the bandsaw, like this here shape, which it's a weird block, but we're not going to get into that.
But the point is, this is the basic idea.
Right. That's the cutout
Mm-hmm.
from a block. Once you have the general profile cut out, then you go to the shaping wheel and you actually shape that profile. You shape those lines first.
Mm-hmm. So you'll do, the side profile, looking at it from the side, you get those lines just right.
Because when you're looking at it and you're shaping it and you spray it with a water bottle, you can notice more grain inside, and the whole point of this is shaping to the grain, and the shape can change on you because the grain can change within 1/8 of an inch.
Mm-hmm.
So like with the pipe that we're going to show footage of, it started out as a cherry wood and ended up into more of a Dublin acorn kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. From what we could see on the outside of the block at first, a cherry wood seemed like a good idea. But what happened afterward was when we started to cut into it on the shaping wheel, we could see that the grain was traveling or radiating from a different point on the block.
Yeah, from inside.
Right.
Not from the outside of the block. So we
Right.
couldn't tell.
Right. So we shifted I guess you'd call it the chin, or the low
That's
point
what
of the
we call
pipe. We shifted it back to match that grain, and that kind of did away with the whole cherry wood idea. But now it is a very handsome looking little
Dublin-y acorn thing.
Which I think it's going to be a smooth.
So, well, we'll find out more when more shaping is done.
Uh-huh.
But here you have the basic initial shape. This is the shape. It still gives you room to work with. The rough cut. Haha. First draft, as it were, in the art world. And the point of this is next week we'll be showing the drilling and stuff. And the reason we haven't drilled it yet, which we've discussed before, that Sixton came up with the shaping first and drilling second, is the whole point of following the grain, which takes the craftsmanship to an art that we discussed last week.
Yeah.
So what was our point with this?
Well, I think the point was that it's kind of an evolutionary process. You pick up the block, and you have to guess what's going on inside, what the grain is doing, where it's coming from, and all that. And
what
then
the pipe's going to turn into.
Right. And then you take it to the bandsaw, and you can learn a little bit more. Then you take it to the shaping wheel, and you can learn a little bit more. And then by that point, you have a very good idea of what the final shape is going to be.
Right. Right. And this takes a lot of practice to get to. I mean, just the actual technical craftsmanship of shaping this and the way to make a curve and the different angles you go. You're hitting it from different angles, in different directions, and creating the three-dimensional shape. To match that with the grain and to know what cuts to make at what given second it takes a lot of practice. Pipes are so much fun.
Yeah, they are. I have some thoughts about the. Ooh, what if there was a just a hint of a teardrop right here?
Ooh,
that'd be kind of neat. Like down to the point here.
Maybe.
I don't know. See, this is the thing
Well,
that you can take care of at
This
this
is
point.
you're witnessing something that people ask us about all the time. J&J, two guys in the shop. What does that mean? This is what we mean.
Mhm.
Interesting idea.
And it
the
doesn't.
thing that comes to my mind is it's plateau, but it's flat. And so even though the angles go of the grain
Right.
goes in this way, I would say it would be better to make it an acorn because it's flat here.
Oh,
And the angle I don't necessarily like with the balance of the angle of the shank face.
right. I kind of want to play with it a little bit more
Yeah,
because I like the idea of
Agreed.
the line here.
I do too. But what do you think of doing an acorn, or maybe even having, like, getting rid of the plateau?
Mm.
Bear with me. And then doing kind of the same thing with the teardrop, with having a fin coming up that swirls around or something. A little Tokutomi-esque
Mm.
rim.
I don't know. We must think on this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it needs a little touch of something.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But we'll have to drill it first,
yeah, stay tuned.
which will be next week.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess.
We got to have a couple last things.
Yeah.
If you're not going to be in Chicago, you're making a huge mistake. Huge mistake.
Mm-hmm. You should be there. We're giving you a lot of heads up right now. Make it happen.
Save your money, book your flights, take the week off work. It's worth it. You will have a blast.
Every show is fun and great and important to be to, but Chicago is the biggest and the best, and everyone's there, and you should be too.
Mm-hmm.
Also, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, we need newsletter. Feel free to sign up for our newsletter.
What happens in the newsletter is we'll let you know when the new shop talks are coming out.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not subscribed on YouTube, which you should be. But we'll also let you know some of the things we're working on. We'll give you a heads up on some of the stuff we're taking to shows and some of our travel plans.
And some of the pipes that are available hot off the press.
Right.
Before anyone else, kind of thing.
Yep.
So yeah, sign up.
Have a lovely week, and we'll talk to you next Friday.
Ciao. That was fun.